Shalom, shalom. This is Kapari, a.k.a. Pops, out of the gym at Chicago. Brief sit down. Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, elder bishops out of Connecticut. I want to send them honors because they do rule well. For the brethren around the world, push this truth uncut or filter, give you the good, bad, and ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down the prophecies and interaction with the people on the planet. Send a hearty shalom and salutations. But hopefully, like to hope this is edifying. For the aqua, the few and the truth is listening, sincerely, try to keep doing so. But for the scorn, scoff, and reprobate, 2/3 Israelites, 17 other nations on the midst of Jacob's trouble, it is going to get worse. We'll pull up a scripture. Let me play this. We'll play this video.
How to spend $31 million.
Let me go and get the scripture here. Everything wants to do a ad or whatever. Let me go get this scripture though. Let me go get this one first before I get started. Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the people that persecuted the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans of America, and basically brought the world under persecution and things of this nature and tyranny. He said he was going to let those curses start passing upon them. So this is what you're getting ready to see with that. Let me pull this back up now and go get it and let it play.
How to spend $31 million a year in salary, and you can't figure out how to make up a $567 a month shortfall. This is a budget problem you cannot solve. I know you're good at numbers, and you should know how to spend $31 million a year in salary, and you can't figure out how to make up a $567 a month shortfall. This is a budget problem you cannot solve. I know you're good at numbers, and you've shared lots of opinions recently about how the U.S. should budget its resources, how families should budget their resources, and so I'd like to ask for your help on a problem. I went to Monster.com, and I found a job in my hometown of Irvine at JP Morgan Chase. It pays $16.50 an hour, and so I wondered if I could, if you'd indulge me, would you do the math on this, and you do the $16.50 out at 40 hours a week for 52 weeks a year, it comes out to an income of $35,070. Now, this bank teller, her name is Patricia. She has one child who's 6 years old. She claims the one dependent after tax. She has $29,100. We divide that by 12. She rents a one-bedroom apartment. She and her daughter sleep together in the same room. In Irvine, California, that average one-bedroom apartment is going to be $1,600. She spends $100 on utilities. Take away the $1,700, and she has net $725. She's like me. She drives a 2008 minivan and has gas. $400 for car expenses and gas, net $325. The Department of Agriculture says a low-cost food budget, that is ramen noodles, a low food budget is $400. That leaves her $77 in the red. She has a Cricket cell phone, the cheapest cell phone she can get for $40. She's in the red $117 a month. She has after-school childcare because the bank is open during normal business hours. That's $450 a month. That takes her down to negative $567 per month. My question for you, Mr. Diamond, is how should she manage this budget shortfall while she's working full-time at your bank?
I don't know. I have to think about that.
He doesn't know. Now, these bankers know. They know what the agenda is. They know what it is they're trying to do. They know about these wages that a person can't sustain himself on. They know about the so-called Social Security and disabilities uh, 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 money that is paid out on the average, and how a person can't really uh, uh, have a life like that. God forbid if you had your car and you had paid off your car or whatever the case might be, and your car breaks down and you have to buy a new car, whatever bills you got set up uh, with new car I won't say new car, with used car financing, and a finance car having to be fully insured like that, there's the monkey wrench. There's the monkey wrench that gets thrown in. Okay? And what is the monkey wrench? Like I said, we all have our ups and downs. But like I said, the Deuteronomy 30:7, that the curses were going to pass. Now you've got a lady sitting up here speaking to a banker that can spend a $31 million a year salary. Okay. Turn around and ask how she's supposed to make up this person that works at his bank is supposed to make up a $567 deficit on her basically monthly income. Okay, which puts her about $6,000 in the hole at a 40-hour week job at a bank. Okay, so like I said, let's pull up some scriptures, because these bankers know what they're doing, and they know why they're doing it. Okay, they can stand in front of everybody and fake this and act like they don't know and all these other things. But they know what they're doing, and they know why they're doing it. They know what the game plan is and everything else. Okay. Let me go to Haggai first. Haggai. Excuse me. 1:6. Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough to drink. Have enough. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Yeah, because like I said, see, she'll work at that bank and turn over in that same 40-hour week over $1 million worth of business to that bank. Okay. I mean, just in transactions, flipping money in, flipping money out. That's a basic cashier. Taking deposits, paying out, this, that, and other. She may have more than $1 million passed through her hands in just transactions and this, that, and the other. And at $35,000 a year, she's supposed to make that work. Okay. Whereas, like I said, if you look at everything and that $560 deficit, shortfall, whatever you want to call it, may be another $7,000 would actually be able to let her run her lifestyle. Give her another $10,000, so instead of $35,000, it's $45,000 a year for that same job in the financial category and setup that she has going. Actually, at that point in time, what would she have? She'd have a little bit more disposable income. She wouldn't be stressed out and all these other kinds of things. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, I've seen these Edomites cry the blues about having $3,000 or $4,000 a month coming in income. And what do? They try to live up on the upper edge of that and it's not enough. See, that's why we kind of giggle and laugh at all the stuff we see going on in the world. And these people claiming that these Edomites claiming that they've got this kind of income and they can't make it. They don't know how to scale back. They ain't never had to struggle. So now that they starting to have to struggle, they run into this. But I digress, okay? Because the curses is passing. So this is what we got. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled. Okay? Ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Okay? Like you said, these are our curses. We deal, we learn, we cut back, we sacrifice, and we suffer through as part of the elect. Okay? Car went down, had to get one, had not planned on or did not want a car note. With a car note comes the fact that I have to have full coverage insurance on it, this, that, and other, blah, 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 blah. Okay? You know, sighing and crying to the Lord. But like I said, we do what we do and we suffer through it. And we understand why we're going through it. But these people don't. What she asked, how she's supposed to make it, they're not meant to make it. We're not meant to make it. The world now, under this rulership of this evil, wicked kingdom, is not designed to make it. You're designed to gradually get used to this, the same way that happened in Egypt, but you eventually wind up selling yourself back. Isn't that what happened to Joseph when he was in Egypt? The famine came along, and the people at the end sold off all their cattle, all their land, and everything else. They sold themselves back to Joseph. So this is what it was. Let me get these couple more scriptures and wrap this up. You got Isaiah, the 44th chapter, 20th verse. Isaiah 44 and 20. He feedeth on ashes. A deceived heart have turned him aside, that he cannot deliver his soul, nor say, is there not a lie in my right hand? What is Isaiah talking about here? The MOTB coming up. Okay? That's what's coming up. The MOTB. Revelation 13:16, which is the scripture I'm going to bring out. Let's go to Isaiah 36 and 6. Isaiah 36 and 6. Lo, he trusteth in a staff of the broken reed on Egypt. So the people that's putting their trust in Egypt or Babylon or America and think that they're going to be able to get through it, got their trust in it. He says, put a staff of the broken reed on Egypt. Whereupon, if a man lean, it will go into his hand. Isaiah talking about the MOTB, even back here, okay? And pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So this whole thing is led by America, but we know that the banking families, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, and the Gettys are the ones that's leading this. And it's designed to get people to take this MOTB, to be able to buy or sell, to be able to even function in this society. And that's going to come to a choice where you're going to have to choose whether you believe in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the true God, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh Shai, or are you going to believe in the lie of Jesus Christos or Jesus Christ or whatever God you think you want to trust in? Because Acts 4 and 12 said there's only one name under heaven which a man can be saved by. So if you believe in anything else other than the pure names, you basically set yourself up to be destroyed, because you're not going to have a choice as to uh, um, um, making it without taking those things in your hand or taking that thing in your hand. So Revelation 13 and 16 says just that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get 14 and 9 and probably call it a day. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, MOTB, in his right hand or in his foreheads, and that no man may buy or sell save he that hath the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. It is the number of a man, and his number is 666, verse 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, or receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand. It didn't say right there. It said forehead or his hand. So if your prominent hand is left-handed and you put it in your left hand, you're still under this curse. Okay? The same shall, look at what it says. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture. You're not going to be able to say you didn't know. You're not going to be able to say if somebody would have told me. You're not going to be able to say, I just didn't have an understanding. He's not going to, he said it's without mixture, and to a cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. The people that understand this going to watch you go through this. Okay? So this is that. And this is what this is all about. This is what this is all leading up to. This is what it's about. This is end time revelation. And it's talked about even back in Isaiah. So, hey, either get right or get gone. And that's how that's going to go down. The Lord is not going to cut any things. He says he's not going to water it down. You shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture. That means there's no mercy in the middle of it. Without mixture, no mercy. He's not going to put any mercy on it. And your worst nightmares is going to be what's going to come to you. So with that, I hope that's edifying for the elect to understand, stay strong. And for those that don't, understand what's coming to you. So with that, send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakatah, to hopefully like a hearty shalom for the rest of the world, above all.